Hello students, welcome to today's session. Today we'll be starting chapter 2, Introduction to Java. These are the topics we'll be covering: evolution of Java, types of Java program, machine language, assembly language, high-level language, traditional compilation process, Java compilation process, features of Java, and working with BlueJ. Now, you know that Java is an object-oriented programming language, and we have already discussed in chapter 1. We have already discussed what is object-oriented programming in chapter 1. So, Java was developed by James Gosling at Sun Microsystems, and Java applications can run on a standalone machine or the web. What is a standalone machine? Standalone machine means that it's a single device, okay? It's not connected to the internet or any other kind of network. That is known as standalone machine. So a standalone machine can be your desktop computer, which is not connected to the internet. It could be your laptop, it could be your phone, okay? So this is known as standalone machine. Whereas the computer or the device which is connected to the web is not a standalone machine, and you will be accessing your Java applications through the web. So Java applications are suitable for running on standalone machines as well as on the web. And the best thing about Java is that it is platform independent. Any Java application is platform independent. Now the meaning, what is the meaning of platform independent? Again, the platform can be anything, okay? The platform can be any device. Device means any combination of hardware and software. So it could be your desktop, it could be your laptop, okay? So in your desktop, maybe you have Windows 7 operating system and Intel i7 processor. Let's say you have got another laptop device. So in the laptop device, let's say you have Windows 10 and Intel i5 processor. So you see these are different platforms, okay? Combination of hardware and software. So the good thing about Java applications is that no matter what the platform is, Java applications can run anywhere. That is the meaning of platform independent. So how did Java start? So Java started as a project named Oak by James Gosling in June of 1991, but it was released only in 1995. Initially, Java was intended to be used in consumer electronic devices like televisions, washing machine, etc. And you can notice that these are different kinds of devices, isn't it? TVs, washing machines. So there was a need for a programming language which was independent of the destination or the target where it is going to run. Whether it is washing machine, it's a TV, it's a computer, or it's a toaster, anything, it does not matter. A programming language was needed that if you write the code once, you should be able to run it anywhere. That is how Java filled this gap. Okay, now types of Java programs. There are two types of Java programs, standalone and applets. So standalone Java programs and applets. Okay. Now, in terms of application, standalone programs can be of two types. One is console application and the other one is GUI, that is graphical user interface application. Okay, the console application will look something like this. So you can see that we just have got a black screen here and there is a cursor. So in this kind of application, you interact with the program through the keyboard. Okay, you are only allowed to type. That means you'll not be able to use your mouse or any other kind of input device. The only input device that is accepted in these kind of programs is the keyboard. Okay, through the keyboard you type in commands and your console application will accordingly react. Whereas on the other hand, in GUI applications, you can use keyboard as well as the mouse, and you have different graphical components like buttons. Okay, so you can see in this calculator application we have got buttons. Okay, and then we have got a text field. In the text field you can type some text. So you can see that you can use both the mouse and keyboard and you can interact with the program. Okay, the other example I've shown here is Microsoft Word, which all of you must have used. So in Microsoft Word also you see that you have got different graphical components like text box, menu bars, buttons. Okay, so this is the example of graphical user interface. And the second type of Java application is applets. So applets are those Java programs which will not run on a standalone device. Okay, it will rather run on the web. Okay, on a web browser. So any device, even if it's a standalone device, in the standalone device, if you have a web browser, the application, the applet will run inside the web browser. Okay, it will not directly run on the system itself. It will run in a web browser. So if you don't know what a web browser is, a web browser is a program which allows you to browse the internet. It allows you to access web pages, websites. Okay, so few examples of web browsers are Google Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer. Okay, so your Java applet will run inside these browsers, and the applet is a GUI based program. Okay, that means you will have all the graphical interfaces like buttons, text box. It can play sounds, you can create animations. Okay, and you can create games. So the main point in applets is that it will run on a web browser. Okay, so we'll stop here. In the next video I'll continue our discussion on the remaining topics. Thank you for now.